Terceiro episódio do Sem Filtros, o novo podcast, videocast da Liga Portugal. Já sabe que pode ver na Liga TV ou então ouvir no Spotify e também no iTunes. E hoje recebemos um convidado que vem diretamente dos Países Baixos. Passou por Portugal, pelas nossas competições, pelo Sport Lisboa Benfica e também pelo Vitória Sport Clube e deixou a sua marca como um dos extremos neerlandeses do futebol nacional. Falo por isso de Ola John. Ola, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. It's very nice to have you here at Sem Filtros, the new podcast of Liga Portugal. Are you excited for this interview?
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm really excited, and thank you for inviting me to this show for today.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, Ola, you arrived at Benfica very young.
Yes.
At I think 2012.
2012.
What went through your mind when you knew you would play for this club, for Sport Lisboa Benfica?
A lot of things, because before I went to Benfica, I played against them with the Champions League with my own club. So when I played against them, it was already exciting because I was young, playing against a big team. So I think 1 year later, when I got the offer that I could go to Benfica, I was a little bit in shock. And I was really excited because I played before against them in their stadium, and it was the best stadium I played in that stage of my career. So I was so excited to go to Benfica.
The atmosphere is incredible, crazy. The atmosphere from the Stadio Luz.
Yes, because I was still young. That's what I said. When I played against them, I was 19, so I just starting to play. And I played in my team. It was FC Twente at that time. And so I played in only small stadiums, and I was just growing up. And I remember our first game was in our stadium in Twente in Holland. And then the away game was in the Benfica stadium in Stadio da Luz. And this was different world for me that time.
Incredible. I remember that game. It was for the Champions League qualification.
Qualification game. Yes, you're right.
So you came all the way from the Netherlands to Lisbon. What was the first thing you loved about Lisbon? And if you have, or do you still have a favorite spot in that city?
The first thing I loved about the club, about the country, the city and everything. I remember in 2012, before I signed, I went to Lisbon to see the city and see houses and everything. And, 25 de Abril. So I passed the bridge and everything. And this feeling to see the sea, the sun. And when I first came there, I remember pastel de nata.
Oh, pastel de nata.
Yeah, so this was, they introduced this to me. So it was really warm people, Portuguese people. So they embraced me when I came there. So for me, this was the unbelievable things from Lisbon. Just the people, how warm they are, how good they are to me.
Yeah, and also the food is very different. The culture. How was your adaptation to a different culture, to a different language? You told us in the beginning of the interview, before starting the interview, that you know some words in Portuguese. But I want to know how was, for a very young player, the adaptation to the country, to the language, to the culture.
I think, first of all, if you are young and you go to a different country, it's already difficult because you are with your mom, your brothers and everything. When you're 19, and I just turned 20 when I left to Portugal, it's like a different evaluation as a person, not only as a football player, as a man, because you need to change.
Yeah.
And for me, the most difficult was to missing my family, of course, but I'm still happy because I'm busy every day. I'm trying to, reach new levels with football. But the most difficult was for me, of course, as you know, Jorge Jesus was my coach that time,
Yes.
and he didn't speak English really well. We didn't have the translator, so I was lucky that my translator and of the one of Jorge Jesus was that time Matic. So everything,
Oh, Matic. Okay.
yeah, every time the coach wanted to say something, he say Matika Handakia. So he always said like Matic come here to explain things to me. So this was for me the most difficult thing because then I knew like I need to learn Portuguese. And now obviously I speak Portuguese and over the years I always try to keep evaluating my Portuguese language. But now I think I speak really good Portuguese. But this was the most difficult thing because I knew in a new country, new culture, I need to learn Portuguese. And also with my teammates, like with Andre Almeida, Andre Gomes, to really help me to learn Portuguese. So I'm thankful for that. That until this day, I still speak Portuguese.
You talked about your colleagues at Benfica, your teammates at Benfica. You talked about some names: Matic, André Gomes, André Almeida. So it was like really a big variation of cultures. You had Portuguese players, South American players, people from Dutch players. So
Balkan,
Balkan, yes, it was people from
everywhere.
From everywhere. And you played with very big names at Benfica. Also in your position, Nico Gaeta, Eduardo Salvio. Who helped you adapt the most to the Portuguese context? What was the biggest friend at that time?
Yes, in the beginning, I was really lucky that everyone helped me. Obviously, the Portuguese people, they spoke better English than the Argentinian people because it was like Pablo Aimar, Nico Gaetan. They didn't speak English at that time. But the first month before they left, Witzel was still with me, and I drove with him to the trainings the first 2-3 weeks. So he really helped me a lot. But then he left to Zenit, and then it was obviously Matic and Andre Almeida. He came then from the B team. He came to the first team as well, and he helped me a lot. And for this, it was like Matic and Andre Almeida who helped me the first months through everything because we had so many players at the beginning. And I remember there were like 5 wingers on the left, 5 wingers on the right. So a lot of people helped me. But in the beginning was Matic because he was learning Portuguese well. He could understand, and the coach always translated with him for me. So
Matic and Almeida, those were your best friends at the time.
Yeah, those was the people who understand English really well and spoke Portuguese, obviously. So the first 2 months, they were like my saviors that time. And also Javi Garcia. Javi Garcia also helped me a lot. Yeah,
a Spanish player.
Yeah, but he could speak English really well, so that was thankful for me.
Do you have any like a story that you want to tell us? And do you still remember any story with Jorge Jesus? It was your coach, also the coach who coached you the most at Benfica. Do you have any funny story that you want to tell us with Jorge Jesus in that beginning?
I have a lot of funny stories. I need to think which one is the best.
And the things you must say and don't say.
Yeah, there's some things because I will still see him maybe. Yeah, there's so many stories happened. That season was like with ups and downs. We had an unbelievable team. And I remember there was one day on training. We trained, but I was really tired. I was really tired that day. And I remember this until this day. He said, "John, meu avô corre mais que tu." Estás a rir? He was saying, "You're laughing." So this was one of the stories he told me. And the whole all the players, we were just laughing, and the coach was not laughing because he was like serious at that time. So this was like a funny moment. But I think me and the coach had a really good relationship. He's unbelievable coach, unbelievable coach. But he has some funny actions, of course. But as a coach, he's a great coach.
But that type of personality, I won't say rude personality, but it's kind of aggressive personality, I must say, in a good way, of course. Thinking about the better for the team and the players. So you have two funny stories. Ola, o meu avô corre mais que tu, and also, Matic, anda aqui.
Yes. I think obviously I have more, but this I will keep it to myself. But I think also him as a coach on the field based is top level.
Top level.
And he's obviously older than us, so his mentality is also different than us.
Yeah.
So the way I see it and the way other people see it, we always joke about his style and this, but this is just his how he is as a person. But as a coach, there's only good things.
Top level coach.
Top level,
so
yeah.
Ola, you came just like we said it before, very young, 20 years,
Yep.
20 years old when you came to Benfica. You played a lot of big matches in the Portuguese league, also European matches. But do you have any match? Do you remember any match that you felt like, yes, I belong here? This is like my home. I feel at home playing here.
I had a lot of matches. I think when you're at Benfica, you have a lot of pressure. This is normal, and it's not in an arrogant way, but in a good way, because in Benfica there's always good players. If I name you the players I play with and who went for 40 million, 30 million, 25 million, 30 million, I mean almost everyone who I played with, and so we are always used to a high level. But I think I had one game. This was against Barcelona, and I remember after the game we played draw in the Camp Nou.
Yeah,
After
I know
the
it
game-
in the group stage of European Champions League. Yeah, I remember.
Yes. And I remember that day in the dressing room, coach came to me. He say, "Jogas muito." So I remember that game. I had a really good game. I was still young, of course, and me and Andre Gomes, we were playing also in midfield. It was me, Lima, Rodrigo, and then Andre Gomes was on number 10, and we in the front, we was like really good. A lot of chances. I had to score also, but that was one of my favorite games I played. I didn't score or I didn't give an assist, but as a player, as a football player, I really enjoyed that game because I had a lot of good actions. Didn't lose the ball. It was just unbelievable atmosphere. So as a player, this is what you dream of.
I don't want to be wrong, but I think that that game finished 0-0. I think at Camp Nou. Am I right?
You're right.
I remember a little bit.
Yes.
I'm still very young. By the time I was even younger.
Yeah, I know.
So
but it was a 0-0. Yes.
Yeah, 0-0. So how was the experience of playing against players like Andres Iniesta, Lionel Messi, Carles Puyol, those players? How do you felt a very young player playing at Camp Nou and playing against those big names?
I think when you play football, it doesn't matter if you play against, I see the shirt in the back, Passos Ferreira or Wolverhampton or against Real Madrid. When you play for Benfica, you're already a big team, so you can never be afraid of other players. But for me as a player, I never felt scared because I was already playing in the Estadio da Luz.
Yeah.
It's already one of the biggest stadiums like in the world in European football. So it was nothing wrong to play against Puyol or Messi and everything because you still need to prove yourself. You cannot look at them and think, "Oh wow." So I also think we really showed that in that game. Nobody was afraid. As I said, Andre Gomes, he was also how old, 19 or something. So we were all young players, but we really did well, and we showed that we can play against the best teams. and we still can manage to have the same level as them at that moment.
You talked to us about a story, kind of funny and kind of serious story, because a coach approaching to a young player and telling you, you play a lot, jogas muito in Portuguese. It's a very good story, but I want to, talking about the dressing room, do you have any funny story in the dressing room with your friends, with your teammates at the time?
I think our dressing room was so funny. Sometimes I'm still like thinking, how it all went. And I remember Ruben Amorim. He was the funniest guy you can have in the dressing room. But like a funny stories, we had a lot. I don't know, because our dressing room was like a mix of everything. You had Cardoso, Aymar, you had Matic from there, me from Holland, from Belgium, Portugal, Spanish. We were like from every country. But I remember also that I played against Benfica, obviously, and I was playing against Maxi Pereira. But the game when I was at Twente and I was playing Maxi, he had a difficult day against me that day. So my first day, I remember when I came to Benfica and Luisao was the captain. So he told me, come here. And he put me as a joke next to Maxi Pereira. Because I played so well against him and everybody said, oh, he's putting him next to Maxi Pereira. So this was like a funny story for me and also for him. And that was quite funny for me and also for the whole dressing room. Everybody was laughing.
So you came from Twente and Luizão mocked Maxi Pereira.
Yes.
Talking about that game.
Yes.
As a qualification.
Like, hey, do you remember him? You can sit there next to him.
And it is he's a really good defender.
Unbelievable.
It's not easy work to pass through Maxi Pereira.
Yes. Always when I look at him, when I played with him, I knew like, oh, he's scary. He's from Uruguay. Before every game, he shaved his head bald, angry and this. But when I play with him, he's actually quite funny, always joking, always laughing. So he's an unbelievable guy. Some people think like when you see him in the field, he's always angry, running, fighting, yellow card and this. But outside the field, unbelievable, humble guy, really calm, joke a lot. So it was crazy to see, because sometimes from the outside, when I played against Luisao, I remember also with Twente, he kicked me and he looked at me, he said like, stand up in the Portuguese. So I thought also like, they are all crazy guys. When you're young, you think they're all crazy. But when I came to the club, to Benfica, you see that they are so funny, so kind, so, calm and a good guy. So this really showed me that football is only in the pitch, outside the pitch, you're like a different character, a different type of person. And this really I seen this the first time in Benfica.
So Ruben Amorim was the funniest guy, the biggest joker in that Sport Lisboa Benfica team. Now I want to know who was the most competitive player in that squad.
The most competitive and who worked the hardest?
It was you.
No. I wish. Was Salvio. Salvio was always competitive, working the hardest in the training. Outside the training, he was doing a gym and this, and he was always the most competitive, and he always gave 100,000% in the trainings. So I think he was one of the most competitive players in that time of Benfica.
Okay, so Eduardo Salvio, for you, the most competitive player in that squad. So, Ola, you told us how tough was playing against Benfica in a very young age, of course, but playing against Benfica at the stadium, at Estádio da Luz, I will tell it in Portuguese. But then, when you came to the Portuguese league, to Liga Portugal, who was the toughest opponent you faced in Liga Portugal? You can tell me a defender, or if you want, you can tell me a team was the toughest to to play against. And how do you remember those big matches against FC Porto, Futebol Clube do Porto, and also Sporting Clube de Portugal?
Yes, the level was different because, like, when I played with Trent against Benfica, we played on the counter attack because Benfica with the ball was in another level, different world. Because I remember that time, I always play on PlayStation or play since PES 2009, 2008, 2009. I play with Pablo Aimar. So when I played against them, the ball was going was going everywhere because was Pablo Aimar was playing, Saviola was playing, Cardoso was playing, Gaitan was playing. This four was in front. So when the ball came to Witzel and Javier Garcia, and then the ball go front, it was already too late. We only had to make fouls or wait for the ball to come to us to play. So that level was really high because they were all small. Gaitan small, Pablo Aimar small, Saviola small.
Very fast.
Only Cardoso, they were
all of them
fast.
very fast.
And they had a good connection, all from Argentina. So it was really difficult to play against them. But happily for me, the year after I went to play with them, so it made it more easy for me. And I remember all the matches. I think that's what I said. That season, 2012, 2013, was for me new because it was the first time, but it was exotic year because it was, I think, for the fans, unbelievable until the end, until the last month. Until the last month, because I remember when I hear Kelvin, until this day, Kelvin, who scored, it makes me sad, and I will always remember that match because I also played that game. I played, I think, 80 minutes, I think. And I remember going out, it was still draw, and if we draw, it was good enough for us. And I was giving high five and everything, and I remember that he scored, and on the bench, and the trip back, we went with the bus back 3 hours in the bus, and everybody was quiet.
So no one said a word.
No, because we know we just lost the championship. But 4 days later, we had Europa League final.
Yes.
So we couldn't be sad. We had to be motivated also to win this game and to be focused and blah, blah, blah. Again, we went to the Europa League. They scored. We came back. And then again, in the last 5 minutes, Ivanovic with a header. We lost again. It's not finished. 4 days later in Jamor, I think. I remember Jamor.
Taça de Portugal against Vitória Sport Clube.
Again, we lost.
The same story.
Yes. So in 10 days, the whole season where we worked hard for, we played well and we did unbelievable things. We just all didn't felt in place. So it was like a really hard 10 days for us. So the holiday was not nice. So this is what I remember about that year. And then the most difficult player I faced that season, I think, was Danilo.
Okay.
It was Danilo who played
the right
back.
Of FC Porto.
After this, he also went to Real Madrid, or where did he go? Yeah, I think Real Madrid or Man City. I don't remember.
Danilo.
I think he went Real Madrid. After this, he went Man City. Man City went Juventus, I think. Yeah.
Yes, Man City and Juventus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was Danilo at that time, but
Danilo and Alexandro.
I was left back. Yeah. But I was playing left winger, so against Danilo was difficult because he defending he was okay, but forward he was unbelievable going forward. So this was a nice game to play also to test myself, but it was a hard week for us, for all Benfiquistas, obviously, because it was not a nice 10 days. We had so many final games in 10 days, but people forget we already trained 300 days before to get to this point. And then to lose it all was really hard for us and for everyone involved.
And how does a professional football player recover from that those bad 10 days? How do you recover? How do you recover your confidence to the next season to be again with a different mind, with a competitive mind to face the other games?
I mean, if you have like a short 3 or 4 days, because we had 4 days only, then we had to travel to Amsterdam, to Holland, to my country. So I think, how do you recover? Most of the players, their family or children or blah blah blah, or a mental coach. You just need to talk and to focus again. Training also makes you happy. You need to hype each other up on training and focus on the next game, because we are not based on one game, you know. Nobody played the last game of their life, so we need to fight as if it's the last game, but you still have games and games and games to come. So this is what we did after the Porto game. So we focus on the Europa League game, but it was already a hard one to take. And then if it happens again, because it didn't happen in the 50th minute or the 40th minute, but it happened from
Yeah, it was
80 to the 90th minute
a
again.
latest goal, a latest goal.
Yeah, so this is what makes it even harder as a football player, and also for the fans, because they travel all the way to Porto, or they travel all the way to Amsterdam, or to the Jamor. Obviously, it's more close, but if you travel a long way, and then the trip back is always the worst, because then you have time to think, to relax. But I think as a football player, you need to be professional, um, and just focus on the next game. And the next season, we did well. We were champion. So we gain our confidence back. But still, I think until this day, for a lot of fans, a lot of people, and who loved football, this was one of the craziest seasons for us, and also for the people around the world who just love to watch football. It was crazy to see us suffer like this, suffer because it was suffering. And the end of the day, to lose 3 finals in 10 days or in 2 weeks was really hard.
I think there are two seasons that football fans won't forget. I think
Europa League
Benfica,
2 times. Yeah.
Benfica 2013 and Bayern München 2012. It was like
Yeah.
very similar season of
Yeah.
the German team. Ola,
Yep.
which goal are you most proud of in a Benfica shirt? Do you still remember your first goal? It was the most important for you at that time. Which one do you remember the most? And do you still show it to your friends or?
No, I mean, only to my children. You know, they love to see their father play football. So old movies, I will always show them. But my favorite goal, as everybody who knows me knows, my favorite goal is against Bayer Leverkusen in the quarterfinals of the Europa League in the Estadio de Luz. So this was my favorite goal. And I will always remember this as my favorite goal as in Benfica shirt. And also because it's like a Europa League quarterfinals, because you're fighting towards something. So this is my favorite goal in European football, and also for Benfica.
Okay. After a few years at Benfica, you joined Vitória Sport Club. So I think you have the experience to live in the south and in the north of Portugal. How would you describe the incredible atmosphere at Dom Afonso Henriques Stadium? And how do you remember the city of Guimarães, the club, and also its fans?
To start off with the fans, normally when you go from Benfica, you think like, okay, you go to another club. How is the fan base? But the Guimarães fans, they're really loud, passion for the club. So they were like crazy as well, you know, like really a great ambience. And only the bad thing is when I came there, the how do you call it? Coronavirus broke out after 1 year. So then the fans couldn't come, and we really felt it because it was like silence, and normally the stadium explode. So this was a bad timing for everyone in the world, not only football. But as a football player, you always play for your fans, because with your fans, they give you power to play and everything. So this was a hard one for us as a team that time. But the team, they are always a top 5 team. Guimarães always there is always Benfica, Sporting, Braga, Porto. Guimarães is always there. So it's a really good club, big club. They always provide very good players to the rest of the world, not only in the Portuguese league. And it's just sad that it really came in the coronavirus, because I remember the first year I was there, it was all well with Castro was my coach. But then the second year with the pandemic, it was just different. We had to stop, no fans, this and that. So a lot of things happened. But as a club, it's an unbelievable club. They have good fans, always good coaches, always good players. And I remember the team we had was a really good team. Also with Porto players, Tose. I played with Pepe Rodriguez, who I still have contact with until this day. Obviously, he helped me because he was also in Benfica. But when I was in Benfica, he was still young, asking me for other drafts. And then 5 years later, or 6 years later, you play with him in the same
Playing
team.
together, playing together.
Yeah. So he's a good guy. So I still have contact with him. So it's an unbelievable club and always good players. So I always have love for the club because it's a good club.
In Lisbon, they present you the pastel de nata, and in Guimarães, did they present you bacalhau or francesinha?
Bacalhau, they love bacalhau over there. So I did try the bacalhau. This is their famous food over there. But it was a nice city. Like really, everybody knew each other. It's like a lot of love in the city. They all love the club, of course. So for me to come there, it was also easy to adapt because obviously Portugal is Portugal, but you still have different zones, of course. But like when you play for Guimarães and you live in the Guimarães in city, it's only love. So it was a nice place to live there as well.
Ola, you seem like a very calm person, a very relaxed person. But I want to ask you if you have any superstition, a pre-match ritual or a pre-match superstition.
In front of before every game, I always call my mom. This is what I need to do for me to focus or to just talk, because she's also stressful, sometimes because she have 3 sons who play football. So for her, always before the match, she's like stressful. So just to relax her or just to talk with her, because for me, she's like I don't have a father, so she's like my best friend. So just to calm her down, I always want to hear her voice. So for me to relax. Yeah. So this is my
your biggest fan, probably.
She's my biggest fan and she's my idol, So I look up to her and she's also my fan and I'm her fan as well. So this is the thing I always do before every match, and the rest I just listen to music, talk to my children before the game as well, and this just helps me going towards the game.
So
Obviously,
family,
before family for me is
very
everything.
important. Yeah, is everything.
Yeah, for me, family is everything. At the end of the day, you only have your family. If something is wrong as a football player, you come home to your family or you talk on FaceTime with your family. Because now I have children, of course, but before, when I didn't have children, I still did the same, calling my mom before the game. And until this day, I still do this.
No, but it's a very beautiful thing to say. I also think the same as you. Family is everything, and I think every mom in the world is our biggest fan. So I know what you're talking about. So
yes,
Ola, outside the football, what did you enjoy doing the most in Portugal?
In Portugal,
Yes. You can talk about other countries because you played in Saudi Arabia also.
Yes. No, in Portugal, it was just football. When you are young, you don't know a lot of people.
Okay.
So of course, obviously, teammates. And but in Portugal, the only thing I was doing was staying at home, go to training football, go to the beach, go to Avenida de Liberdade to
And
have lunch.
I think the beach in Portugal it's better than in the Netherlands. Am I
In
right?
Netherlands, you don't have beach. No, this was obviously the funny thing and the nice thing to do. I remember when I just came to Benfica, my best friends they came, to visit me. We went to the beach, swimming pools. So I think when you are from Holland, raining, cloudy, and you go to Portugal, it's like a holiday destination for a lot of people from Europe. If you go to Spain, France, and Portugal, these are like warm places, always good weather, beach. But for me as a football player, I couldn't go to the beach every day. People will recognize me and everything. So for me, I'm a home guy. I love to stay home, play video games or something, and that's what I do until this day. I still do the same.
So
Actually.
you are a esports fan, also.
Definitely.
So when you
I used to
finish
play
your
FIFA
career,
and everything. Yes.
when you finish your football career, you probably will play for any esports team, or it's not in your mind.
This is not in my mind. I just do it for fun. To be professional, I think they're so good players, but I really like to play it just to take some stress off my mind. But I also love Call of Duty, of course.
Okay.
So I just do this with my friends online all the time because, when you're young, you leave your country, you leave your friends, you leave your family. So like this, you still keep in contact with them on the phone or on the headset. You're just always playing with them. So this is a nice thing as a football player, just to relax.
Okay. Talking again about the Portuguese food, what Portuguese snack won you over when you were here?
Difficult one. I mean, in Portugal, I went to Algarve, Albufeira,
Okay.
and piri piri, the chicken. Piri piri chicken. This was for me unbelievable taste. Really cheap, but I don't care if food is expensive or cheap. If it tastes good, it tastes good. And the piri piri chicken in Albufeira really won my heart.
Yeah, we in Portugal we call it frangola.
Yeah, frangola, I know.
Frangola.
Frangola,
It's a lot of piri piri in the chicken, so frangola.
yeah.
Okay, frangola,
Frangola.
the favorite food for Ola
Yeah.
John.
Yes, yes.
Ola John's favorite food, frangola.
Frangola.
Okay. Is there any Portuguese expression you still use? Or no?
I don't know if I can say it. I still say
You still say what? I think you can say that. You can say.
that's why I said I don't know if I can say this, but like sometimes it's just like expression, in a football term, like when you do make a mistake, you always I'm sorry for the listeners,
No, we'll pull it. We'll put a beep.
Okay, this is good. This is good. This is
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Just
And
not to hear the bad word you just say,
I
but I know
understand.
it's when you play football, it's
A common word in the
yeah,
football
common
world.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. But
It
you
is.
still use it?
Still use it because, like, since I left Benfica and I went to Reading or I went to Wolverhampton, I always kept in contact with Portuguese people or Brazilian people in my team. So I always had to look to speak Portuguese everywhere I go. So until this day, that's why I still speak Portuguese.
So you still use we'll call it the F word. Can we?
The F
The
word.
F word. The F
Yes.
word. Okay. And it's
The F
funny
word.
because
Sorry.
we made an interview to Tony Martinez,
Yeah.
the former striker from Futebol Clube do Porto, and he said the same thing. The word that especially they still use, it's the F word.
Yes, it is. It is.
So, Ola, if you could bring one former Benfica teammates to your current club, who will it be? Uh, the players talking, of course, talking about the teammates that play with you at Benfica.
I think Matic.
Matic.
Mario Matic. Until this day, I still have contact with him. Now and then we still video call. Our families still have contact as well. So I think Matic, as a person, he's an unbelievable, humble guy, good guy. And he's like my older brother, you know. But as a football player, I remember playing with him. Him and Enzo Perez. It's what a duo they were, because they were like not even their positions, you know, like what Jesus did. I remember I was the concurrent of Enzo Perez. He was playing winger with me.
Yes.
Matic was number 10, and he evaluated them to the number 6 and 8. And how they played together was unbelievable.
And then
so
Enzo
to
Perez
have them, yes,
was center midfielder, and
Matic, yes, behind him.
Behind him, yeah.
Yeah. So to play with them in the back, they run everywhere, get the ball, give the ball, so much energy. So for me, as to play with him behind me, it was so easy for everyone in front.
And do you still talk about the Matic, anda aqui?
Anda aqui, Matic, yes, all the time. Until this day, when we speak, we always make this kind of jokes because he really helped me a lot when I came to Benfica, because I was young. And that time, obviously, he was young as well. I think he was like 24, maybe. So we really helped each other. I think he helped me more because he was already there like a year. But I'm really thankful that he really helped me, not only inside football, but also outside football.
Can you please say it again? Can you please say it again?
Matic, anda aqui, ó.
Very good. This was for me. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for me. Perfect.
Perfect.
Ola, so just like we said in the beginning of this interview, you came very young from the Netherlands. Thinking about a young player, the young Dutch player, went to Portugal. What advice would you give to a young Dutch player arriving at the Portuguese football or at Benfica today?
What advice? Not only for people from Holland, any young player who come to Benfica, I think there is a lot of pressure because I think not only Portugal is, I think, in Europe, the best country for football players. Because if you look at the national team of Portugal, all the players play in Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, Inter, Juventus, Man City, PSG. They play in the best clubs in the world. So when you come to Portugal, a lot of the fans, the people, they expect a lot because their own people, they are so good. So when you're young, I think also for the people outside, they need time, you know. So what can I give them? But also for the people outside, give them time to adapt, because as a new player from outside Portugal, you don't know the language, different style, different culture. Everything is more difficult. So I think they always need like time to adapt, you know, to the language and to the culture. The way of thinking, mentality is always different.
And also the way of playing.
The way of playing, food. You don't have your parents. You leave everything. For Portugal people, you're at home with your parents, with this. But as a new player, you don't have nobody. So to adapt is really difficult. So the people who do adapt, I really like wonder like how they do it. But I think as a young player, you need to know the language. If you know before that you are going to Portugal, learn the language in advance to be prepared. It makes it more easier. But I think now in every club, if it's Lisbon, Sporting, or Benfica, Porto, Guimarães, any club, people will speak better English than before.
So it's a good advice because right now we don't have Matic playing in our competition. So a young player cannot ask for Matic, anda aqui.
Anda aqui, no, it's impossible.
And also, you said it before, and I want to remember You said before in this interview the way the Latin players play. We have a lot of South American players playing here, and the Latin football is faster than I think the mid-European style and also the Western style or Eastern style. It's
They are just
different.
more aggressive. They are more aggressive. Mais paixão, alma. They have everything. So
you can say it in Portuguese if you want to. So you can say it in Portuguese.
Yeah, no. So all these things is way different than in Holland. You want to play calm. Nobody can touch you. But when you play against Maxi Pereira or Enzo Perez, you understand? They will tell you, "Come on, fight and kick, and you need to have scars on your leg. You need to headbutt, for example. You need to do all these things." So I think that is a good way to learn the hard football. That is not only tiki taka, but that is also fighting and aggression.
Paixão, raça, also.
Raça, yes.
So, Ola, we have a quick fire right now. It's like this or that. So I will make you some questions, and you have to answer very fast or fast. We can take the very. You must answer these questions fast. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay. So, European nights at Estádio da Luz or a big match against Porto or Sporting?
European match. European night in Estádio da Luz. Always.
Do you prefer assists or goal?
Goal.
Okay. Last minute winner or an early goal?
Last minute winner.
Last minute. Pastel de nata or I think it's stroopwafel. Stroopwafel? It's like that?
Stroopwafel is the name in Holland, yes. But I would choose pastel de nata. I'm sorry, Holland, but
So for all the Dutch people, pastel de nata. It's
pastel de nata, yes, definitely.
Can you tell me your best starting 11, but only with former players from SL Benfica and Vitória Sport Club?
First, I will start with...
You can start with the goalkeeper.
So I can mix them together?
Yes.
Or separate?
No, you can mix it. The best starting 11, talking about the former teammates of Benfica.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Guimarães. There will be no player of Guimarães in this way.
So goalkeeper.
Best goalkeeper, Edison, Oblak. Oblak in the goal.
Jan Oblak.
Julio Cesar as well, but he was a little bit old. So I would choose Oblak.
Okay.
Right back. For me, the best is João Cancelo, but he didn't really play that time. But I will still choose him because he's where he is now, João Cancelo.
Could it be Maxi Pereira at the right back?
Yes, but I think João Cancelo, he played Valencia, Juventus, Inter, Bayern, City, Barcelona. So João Cancelo,
left back.
In the left back, Eliseu.
Okay.
Garay and Luisao to be there always.
Do you want 4-3-3 or 4-4-2?
I will just put everyone inside, I think. I will put Matic.
Okay.
With Witsel.
Okay, Axel Witsel.
And
another midfielder?
Aymar,
okay.
And it's 10.
And it's good for... Oh, okay. So you want to play with 3 midfielders?
Yes, I need to, I think.
So Matic, Axel Witsel, and Aymar, Pablo Aymar. Now, for the right wing, right winger.
Gaetan.
Okay. Left
I
winger.
need to put myself. I don't need to put myself.
You can put yourself, but if you want to include
Cardoso.
yourself in that starting 11, you can. But you can choose another one, like Nico Gaeta. It's in the right wing because you want to put yourself in the left wing.
No. Yes. Okay, striker. It have to be. Look, I play with Lima. Also, it was so good. But what Cardoso did for the club, I will choose Cardoso in the striker. And the left winger, it have to be me. And if I need to exclude myself, I will always put Gaetan left and Salvio right.
Right. Okay. So remember this starting 11, the Ola John best starting 11. So we go with Jan Oblak as a goalkeeper, right back João Cancelo, center backs Garay and Luizão, left back Eliseu, defensive midfielder Matic. Then we go with Axel Witsel, and as offensive midfielder, we can say it, Pablo Aimar. Then right wing, Nico Gaeta, left wing, Ola John, and the striker, Oscar Taquara Cardoso. Okay.
Yes.
Ola, to finish, can you describe Liga Portugal in 3 words?
Best league to develop. It's 4 words, but 2, I don't really call it a word. It's like I think best league to develop.
Okay, so you don't want to choose 3 words. You can choose 3 words like best league, and then you can say like competitive, and I don't know. Choose it.
I think best league to develop. It will still stay the same because always the Portuguese league develop the best players in the world. I think this is what I think. So best league to develop because all the Portuguese players of the national team, they develop the talents in Portugal. It's unbelievable the talent they have. Portugal is small, but the players they have, they are really big.
Really big. The Portuguese football is really big. Okay.
Portuguese football is
for Ola John, the best league to develop, it's the Portuguese league, the Liga Portugal.
Definitely.
Okay.
Liga Portugal. See.
Ola, thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me and for us, of course, to have you here in this interview in a different way, of course. Did you enjoy the interview?
I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much also for having me today. So I appreciate it.
Any message that you want to leave for the Portuguese football fans and of course the Benfica and Vitória fans? Do you have any message?
And the message for me, just keep going, keep supporting your club, and enjoy the football. So there's no message. It's just I have love for both of the clubs. And I just want the clubs to succeed, in their way.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Boa sorte para todos.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. E assim foi. Olá, John, neste terceiro episódio do Sem Filtros, o podcast, videocast da Liga Portugal. Já sabe, pode ver na Liga TV ou então ouvir no Spotify e no iTunes. Nós vemo-nos no 4º episódio. Esperamos por si. Muito obrigado por ter estado desse lado.